What's going on, everybody? All right, so this is video 2 of my case study of my AMS case study. But if you missed video 1, you should go watch this first. That's where I went through, created the AMS, the Amazon ads for one of my books, and we're just going to go through this over 3 weeks to show you how I optimize them, and the goal is to get them as profitable as possible. All right, so we're looking at this one. I will try to highlight it on the screen here. And as you can see, things aren't, it's not the best right now. And that's good because, I did these other two, and this one, and then this one. Started those, about 2 months ago or whatever. Oh, you can see the dates here. But this one is, maybe the book's just not going to be as hot as these two, or, some ads work for some books, some don't. Now, to keep things in mind, so remember, when you start your ad, you don't want to touch it for minimum 5 days, ideally 7. I'm on day 6 right now. And you can see that this ad was actually placed on the 17th. How many days ago was that? Let me just check my phone here. Okay, so 17th. Okay, but then it didn't actually, got delayed because Amazon was being stupid with my copy. So I had to put them in place, and this ad actually, I think it went live on the 20th. So it's 6 days. And all right, so keep in mind, so we've got 188,000 impressions. I don't really care for that. Clicks, 877. This is your average cost per click. 12 cents. Spent 105. Total estimated sales $11.96, so $12. Now, what this doesn't keep in count is about the $50 or so that I've made on paperback sales. So 50 is probably close to 46 actually. Let's not exaggerate. So, but bottom line is I'm still down, right? Now, why doesn't this include paperback? Because Amazon's Amazon, it makes things difficult for you. This only is ever going to include your Kindle ebook sales. So these numbers, right? It's actually way more profitable because these books do a killing on paperback. So, but whatever. Let's. I always try to make the AMS ads profitable on ebooks. If not, then I just don't run them. So let's dive into it and see how we can fix this and what we're going to do. Now, disclaimer: I haven't looked at this yet. Okay, I've checked this every now and then, but I haven't actually looked inside to see what keywords are doing well or bad or whatever. So this is going to be a first look type of thing. Now, when I did this ad, there were some keywords on there that I was like, oh man, I don't know if that's really relatable to the book or whatnot. I left them on there, so we'll see what's going on with that. And yeah, we'll see. I might bring down my okay, I'll just walk you through everything. So I just go to all results per page. Okay, and then I like to bring that up. All right, well, I can tell you what right now, this keyword's done. So we can see, so impressions, cost per click here. Okay, yeah, so that keyword, we're gonna pause that. See, and it's a super, that book, it's a super hot book in my niche, like ridiculously hot. But it's for something a little different than what my book is for. But people are obviously clicking on it, clicking on my book, costing me all this money, and not buying my book. So right there, honestly, I could leave everything else as is, because right there was the problem. And I should have, I probably should have dove into this a little earlier, but I kind of like to practice what I teach when I say don't look at it for 7 days or don't play with it. I follow that as well, because you have to give Amazon time to figure things out, and you can't keep going in and changing things. Otherwise, it just, like the algorithm and everything, how this all works, when you're placing ads, you can't just keep making all these changes, because then the systems have to relearn everything, and it's just, you're screwing it up. So don't do it. All right, so let's go through and take a look at stuff. Excuse me, I had my super spicy dinner or lunch. All right, so we're gonna go through and take a look at stuff. All right, so for this keyword, impressions, right? Okay, but see no sales, right? So what are we gonna do? We're gonna pause. So basically what I'm looking for now is I only want keywords that are bringing in sales. Everything else is gonna get paused. Okay, so this one, right? So look at that. Spent $341, $299 in sales. I'm gonna leave that as is. Right? So this one, 5,400 impressions, 34 clicks, but no sales. I might leave that for now, and we'll test it out, because here's what's actually happening. As you're shutting off keywords, okay? As you're gonna shut off your keywords, like shutting off that major one up here, this one, so as this starts running now, Amazon now is like, oh, I was showing your book to the wrong people. I'm going to start showing it to these people now. And it gets smarter. So it gets smarter, and so it gets more efficient, so you can make more money. Because what does Amazon want? It wants to make as much money off you as possible. But the only way it can make money off you is if you're really happy with how its ads are going. So right there, right, I lost 80 bucks, right, essentially. So now that I cut that off, everything else is going to kind of get bumped into priority, because it was like, oh, I'm showing your ad to this person. A lot of people are clicking it. I'm going to keep showing it to those type of people, but they weren't buying. So, okay, hopefully that makes sense. So let's take a look. So this one I'll leave on just because low impressions, 14 clicks. Right, good. Good. Let's take this off. Okay. So now I'm gonna start. So what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna start pausing all non-related keywords. All right, so that took a while. So went through, paused all the irrelevant keywords. I'm not going to change the bid on any of these because I want to see what happens now that this one is out of the picture. So everything else, in fact, I'm just going to keep the same, and we're good to go. So this one, these two I did a couple days after I filmed that first video, and you can see this one with, what is that? So that one I definitely know I've profited, including the paperback sales, but I'm going to go through and I'm going to do the exact same thing that you just saw me do in this last one, and clean that up. And nothing from this yet, which is interesting, which that should probably just give it another day or so for sales to show up. I just hate how delayed this system is. It's probably one of the worst ad systems on the market. But that's Amazon for you. So anyways, hopefully this helped. We're going to do one more video on this book in another week, in another 7 days, and we'll see if what I just did today helps turn this around, or if this is simply a book that running ads for is just not gonna be profitable. That definitely could be a very that could be the case for sure. But anyways, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Let me know if this has helped at all. If you have any questions about AMS, of course, just leave me your questions in the comments. I'll be happy to respond to them. Till next time, everyone, take care. All right, hey, figured I'd just kind of do a little follow up. So I'm in that second book that I said in the last video that I was going to dive into, and it's funny because that same keyword that ate my entire budget in the last one is eating. It's probably ate about 70% of the budget in this one. So I'm going to make sure that I don't have my books targeting that keyword at all because it's in a, I know that book does extremely well. We're talking like it's like under 4,000 in the Kindle store, and might even be lower than that. But it's eating my entire budget. But what I wanted to show you is in this one, I can show you that how to basically take a look at your profitable keywords. So this keyword, right? You can see, so 12,000 impressions, whatever, not that many clicks, but check this out. I've spent $1.15 and I've made $20 from this, right? So this one, what I would do with this, I'm gonna increase that by $1 right away for the bid, and just to drive that up. Now that keyword, it's a very, very broad generic keyword. So I'm gonna monitor that so it doesn't get out of control. But so far, it looks like it's working out. Down here, same thing. Now this is a very specific keyword, so take it from 25 cents, probably up to $1.50, and we'll see how that goes. Let's just see. All right, so now it might be the only ones that are doing something for right now. So once again, we'll see what happens now that I took off that keyword that was taking away everything, and we'll see how this works out.